think I should apologize to Matthew. Maybe I should. I think it's the right thing to do. This whole thing started because of me texting Maddie too much on her cell phone, and I was texting her at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's kind of too late to be bothering her. I'm going to apologize to Matthew for that. I'm going to make sure I tell him that I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to make sure not to. So make sure I respect the space with that when it comes to the whole Maddie stuff. Maybe I should. But next time he has problems with my mother, next time he has problems with his mother, Maddie, I'm going to promise I'm not going to get in the middle of it. I'm going to let him take care of it on his own. And I know it's none of my business. It's between me. I know it's none of my business. It's up to Matthew and Maddie to figure that out. So I'm going to swear I'm not going to get in the middle of it. I'm going to try not to get involved with it between Maddie and Matthew. I'm going to leave those two alone and let them take care of it on their own. And I'm going to do that from now on. But I know Matthew is a grown man, and I know he can take care of himself. He has his own problems that he needs to worry about. So I let him decide, and he can make his own. I'll let him make his own decisions without me in it. And I think that's a good idea. What I'm going to do with Matthew. I think that's the best way to do it. I'm going to try not to yell at him anymore and scream and shout at him. I've been getting really frustrated at Matthew lately. I've been getting at it with him too much. I've been causing a lot of fights with Matthew lately. So what I'm going to do is, it's really best to just leave it alone. I should just back off and leave it alone. Maybe it's the right thing to do. But I had no business eavesdropping in their conversation. I mean, that's what happened on FaceTime. I was getting involved with Maddie and Matthew's fight between them. I should have never gotten in the middle of that. How I knew about Maddie and Matthew fighting, because I heard it on FaceTime. I was on FaceTime when I heard it. You know me, I hear everything on FaceTime. I hear Maddie yelling at him and screaming at him. I heard them fighting. They're snapping at each other. I had to hang up on Matthew's face because I didn't want to hear all that stuff. But if Matthew has problems with Matthew, if Matthew has a problem with Maddie, make sure to let him take care of it. I think that's a good idea. But if he has a problem with Maddie, he needs to go with Matt. If he has a big problem with Maddie, that means he should solve it with Maddie, not with me. I mean, that's a good idea. And that's what I'm going to do from now on. I don't let my boyfriend Matthew make his own decisions. And let him fight his own battles. No, so what I'm going to do is, it's way best if it just let him take care of it on his own. I'm going to back off. I'm not going to harass him about the punishment. I've been asking him about the punishment too much. I mean, I'm kind of bugging him too much about the punishment. But that's kind of between Matthew and Maddie. So I'm going to leave it. It's really best if I just leave it alone and let go. And I need to learn how to let it go. I think that's a good idea, what I'm doing. I think that's the best way to do it. I think I'm doing the right thing. I know Matthew's an adult. He could take care of himself when it comes to his mother problems. And I totally understand how Matthew feels about that. If he doesn't want me in this business, then I'll stay out of it. And I should do it. But he's having tough times with his mother right now. And I'm trying my hardest to be more supportive. And about this whole Maddie stuff, I've been doing a lot of stupid stuff lately with Maddie. I've been gossiping about her too much on FaceTime, talking to Matthew on it. I've been kind of making up stories that are not true. I've been telling fibs. I have. And I think I'm being too aggressive around Matthew, and I think I'm being too rough with him. I think I'm pushing it too hard on Matthew. I think so. I'm nagging on him too much. I'm getting on his case too much, and I know it's not fair to him. I know it isn't. I know it's hard for me to let go, but I know it's kind of hard for me to let go. I have a hard time leaving things alone. Why I'm talking about it too much. Because that's my character defect, and that is my weakness. It's part of my main goals. I mean, what I'm doing was wrong by eavesdropping it between Maddie and Matthew. I shouldn't be listening to their conversations. By eavesdropping is not the answer. So I need to stop doing all that. So it's way best to let Matthew handle it. Yeah, I should do that. So I'm going to try hard. Not worry about Matthew. I need to learn how to worry about myself. That means I'm going to try hard by not tattletelling on him too much. I know I'm becoming a tattletale. So I need to work on it this week. So it's really best not to tattletale anymore. Maybe I shouldn't. But doing stupid stuff, but complaining about the punishment and making it worse for talking about Matthew's punishment. It's not my punishment. It's Matthew's punishment. Those are Matthew's habits, not my habits. So I'm going to try not to make it too big of a deal about the punishment. I think I'm making a big deal out of it. And I think I am. But the point is not my problem, not my punishment. It's Matthew's problem. That's Matthew's punishment. So I shouldn't be obsessing about the punishment. That's between Matthew and Maddie. I don't want to get involved with it. I know I've been harassing Matthew about the phone calls. I know I'm bugging him too much about the phone calls. But I'm trying. I really am trying. I'm not trying to butt into his life or anything. And I'm not trying to do anything to break his heart. But the reason why I'm worrying about this punishment is because I wanted why I'm in this business about him being in punishment is because why I'm talking about the whole punishment and why I'm harassing him over that is because what it is. I didn't mean to keep bothering him about the punishment. I'm not trying to. I really want him to get off punishment, and I really want him to get his cell phone back. It's not like I'm not hurting him or hurting his feelings. But ever since he's been on punishment, I've been jumping on his case about that. I know what I did was wrong by telling on my own boyfriend. But that was wrong by telling. I didn't mean to tell I'm mad at him. Or I'm mad at him. It was an accident. It was. And I know I've been getting involved with other people's problems. Worrying about my own problems. I am going to work on it this week. I am. I know my boyfriend's having a hard time breaking habits. But even I have problems breaking habits too. Sometimes I forget.